Hello friends, welcome back to it's a video. Hello friends, welcome back. It's me, CaptBurgerson, aka Daniel, that's just my name. And it's been about a year and a bit since my last Q&A video. Initially, I meant to kind of do these like every 6 months. I did the first two, about that far apart. And then I forgot to do another one. So here we are. It's a little late, but in fairness, I've been pretty busy doing a lot of other stuff, such as, making a lot of other videos and trying to keep a fairly consistent weekly upload schedule as well as my 2 streams a week. So it's been a busy time, but here we are. Also, this is a shorter video to edit, so I can put a little bit more time into a different video as well. So I posted this tweet asking for people to submit questions, and I got a good few questions here. Not as many as the last year, but that's okay. I think these questions are pretty good questions, so let's just hop into answering them, shall we? Nishquick on Twitter asked, I lived in Vancouver for 8 years. Did you ever go to Science World a lot as a kid / do you take your son there now? So Vancouver, or the greater Vancouver area, is my hometown. Very proud of it. Love this place, love this city. Science World is formerly Science World. It's now the Tellus World of Science because corporations buy stuff up. But it'll always be Science World. Yeah, definitely it was a place I went to as a kid quite a bit, actually. It wasn't like a every weekend kind of place, but like, the annual like school field trip, that sort of thing, as well as just the odd trip here and there. Science World has always been really cool though. Really, really cool place to go. It's like a museum, but it's very, as the name implies, science focused, but there's a lot of different facets of science because science is pretty broad that it covers as well. So it's a really neat place. Yes, I have taken my son there a couple of times. We haven't gone in recently because pandemic reasons. Yeah, so it's always been a great place. It's also pretty far out of the way. I live out a little bit more in the burbs, so it's a pretty far trip to get there, but yeah, it's fun place. Love it there. Great question, thank you. Nehru asked me, Nehru, who also has a YouTube channel, by the way, you've done analysis on a lot of dungeons and temples at this point. Are there any that you initially disliked but grew to be fond of after taking a closer look? I think Snowhead Temple in Majora's Mask is one I do recall not caring for as a kid, but I actually kind of enjoy it now. And the Earth Temple from Wind Waker, actually. The sort of mausoleum crypt feeling of it. I was a wimpy kid, so, it's pretty scary stuff with redeads and all, but upon replaying it for this series, I've kind of come to realize it's sort of brilliant in its execution with its atmosphere and its puzzles that it sort of slowly rolls out to you conceptually and then just keeps expanding upon until I think it really pushes those puzzles to its limits with those light reflecting mirrors and stuff. It's a very well designed dungeon. I really do love it. Medley is the best. I love having her as a companion character in that dungeon. So yeah, it's a really cool, really good dungeon that I don't recall caring for as a kid. I remember being kind of scared of it, but now it's my favorite dungeon in Wind Waker, actually. Something beat out Tower of the Gods finally as my favorite dungeon in Wind Waker. So yeah, pretty great dungeon. Great question, thank you, Nehru. And we'll see with Twilight Princess's dungeons as well if that if that changes, because I'm loving those dungeons so far. Tetra asked, are you dressing up for Halloween this year? And if so, what will you be? It's a very cheap costume I bought from Walmart, but it was a bit last minute, but I love it. Manish, or is it Manish? Please tell me which one it is. I keep saying eat both and I don't know. Question, would you ever consider doing vlogs? I think you asked me this as well another time, but I've done vlogs before. I would consider doing vlogs again, but I don't think it's something I would ever do consistently. Just because, I don't know, I like to enjoy life. Vlogging, it makes it a little harder to enjoy the moments you're living in, I guess. because you're worried about how the video is going to turn out. I think if I did vlogs consistently, like all the time, it would take away from those vlogs that are kind of special, like those E3 vlogs I did. But if there were like events like E3, for example, that I would go to, definitely I would vlog those as well. So yes, I definitely would consider it. No, I will not be doing it consistently ever, but I will definitely do it sometimes if I feel like there's call for it. Thanks for the question. DJ asked, were you sent to Earth by an advanced civilization of bananas? No, I was not, because that would make me a cannibal, wouldn't it? I don't want to be a cannibal. No. Envy asked, name some of your favorite music/artists. Do you ever like get asked something, like someone's like, what's your favorite movie? And then your brain just like fails. You're just like, I have never seen a movie in my life. And your brain just fails to recall anything. That's how I'm feeling trying to answer this question, Envy. I'm so sorry. Yeah, just, music, it's so hard to be like, what's my favorite? Because it really depends on the mood that I'm in, what I'm feeling, that kind of thing. When I was a teenager, I used to be really, really into Radiohead, but I've fallen off of them since. But In Rainbows is still one of the greatest albums ever. I really like Gorillaz. Moby is also a really good artist. I really like a lot of music. Daft Punk will always be a favorite of mine. One of my favorite bands for a long time was Caravan Palace, which is self-described as electro swing music, and they are pretty fantastic. Lately been leaning more into the electro than the swing, but that's a-okay. They make some dang good tunes to jam to dance to. It's good stuff. I find as time goes on, I listen to a lot more game soundtracks than I used to. I'll tell you a couple random songs I really like. Hey Ya by Outkast is like the most nostalgic piece of music for me, which is hilarious. Steal My Sunshine by Len is the ultimate summer pop song, and I love it. Donkomatic by Gorillaz is just a wonderful, robust piece of music that kind of tugs on the heartstrings a little bit. Adanor, hopefully I'm saying this right. Please correct me if I'm mispronouncing this. Adanor asked, what is your favorite race in The Legend of Zelda? Maybe Gorons? I really like the Gorons. The Sheikah are, well, until Breath of the Wild were very enigmatic, very mysterious. So I've always liked them as well. Gosh, this is very difficult. It also depends on which game. Like in Breath of the Wild, I really love the way the Gerudo are depicted. And I recall in the N64 games really liking the Zora the most. But in Twilight Princess liking the Gorons in that game. So it really does depend on the era, I think, as well. But not the Mogmas. Not the Mogmas. Because they just don't shut up. They just don't stop talking. So anything but Mogmas. So that's all I've got for now, guys. I hope you found this entertaining, just some random Q&A sort of stuff here. I might do another one of these videos in a few months or something. But I hope you enjoyed, and let me know what you guys think of this, or if you've got any questions or anything else you want to ask me urgently. Of course, I do read all the comments, every single one. I respond if I feel like I have something to say. So if you're asking a question, usually I will respond as well. So yeah, let me know your thoughts about any of this stuff. Otherwise, I will see you next week for the next Twilight Princess dungeon design video. That's all for me. Peace out. Thank you so much for watching this video. I just wanted to take a quick second to say thank you to the lovely people who supported me on Patreon, as well as my channel members, particularly those who supported at the cheese level or higher, which includes Tetra, Brenda, Justin, Callie, Finley, Greymage, Hylian Historian, Gale, and Ethan3G. Thank you so much for the support, you guys, and I will catch you all next time. Bye-bye.